to go the route of rescuing an animal, there's really an added layer of care that goes along with that.
Now, we've been introduced to the team over at Final Victory Animal Rescue a few times here on Primetime, but now we're taking a deeper dive into what you need to know before visiting the team and deciding to adopt. That's in tonight's edition of the Q&A.
Yeah, we've got a live edition of Q&A tonight. Here to shed a little light on preparing for the responsibility is Final Victory's General Manager, Michael, is it Sneezak, Michael? Yep. Okay, I want to make sure I pronounce the last name right. And your friend, Jean.
Yes.
Hey, Jean. Jean, how are you?
Jean's working her way around.
You want to come up so everybody can see you?
Yes.
Yes.
Jean is like the sweetest baby.
So our first question, Michael, what is the biggest difference between rescuing an animal and adopting an animal from a breeder?
So biggest thing is basically going to be the age of a dog. So rescues, we have anywhere from puppies up to seniors. You know, when you go to a breeder and you get a dog, you're really only getting a puppy. History of the dog, you know, when you get an older dog, they have some history on them, just like Jean does. When you go to a breeder and you're getting a puppy, you know, you really only know what the breeder's had for that kind of, usually get them around 8 to 10 weeks, so 8 to 10 week period of time.
Okay.
That's really the biggest differences is age and their history of the dog.
Okay.
Yeah, Jean is about the sweetest dog that I've
she's
seen.
so sweet.
Yeah, so well behaved. The next question kind of plays into that. Are there certain behavioral types that generally you look out for that are more common in rescues?
So it really depends on the rescue. So there's breed-specific rescues which take in dogs that, you know, dog breeds have their general tendencies, and so they'll take in those tendencies. At Final Victory, we take in any and everything. We really try to just get them all great homes, and so what we're looking for is, you know, really just well-mannered dogs per se.
Yeah.
We want them to be social and outgoing, but we understand that, you know, it's a lot for a dog when you go into a rescue. It's scary, and you got to give them time to decompress. There's the rule of threes that we preach and preach and preach, as that, you know, you're not going to get a dog and it's going to instantly go into your household and be the perfect dog. You know, there's a lot of learning curves.
Yeah.
You just need to be adaptable with the dog. You know, you need to make sure that they're going to be comfortable in your household.
Yeah, be patient with the process, patient with the dog, and patient with yourself as well. Y'all, will y'all drop the banner? Because I want everybody to see Jean's sweet face. I'm looking on the mama.
Yeah.
There's Jean.
There you
I
go.
wanted to be sure you guys got a good look at Jean. There she is.
What are we doing?
So, Michael, our final question, what can we do to prepare? How do we know if we're really ready for this responsibility of adopting a rescue animal? And if you can work in the aspect of, you know, if you have children in your family, how you factor that into the equation as well.
So, I mean, biggest thing is just plan for the future. Make sure that, you know, you're financially responsible. Make sure that it's like having a child. You know, you got to be ready for it, except for you got to prepare for the worst. You know, make sure that if, you know, you can't afford major expenses, you have pet insurance to help cover that. Make sure that, you know, if you're planning to move or your job is financially stable, you know, you just gotta prepare. You gotta be ready for it. I mean, it's really just understanding that it's going to be a learning curve and that you need to be patient with the dog. I always recommend reaching out to a trainer ahead of time. That way, you know, you have a backup source. Reach out to friends, reach out to families. If you have kids, you know, we kid test. We actually do a foster to adopt so that you can take the dog in for about 7 to 10 days to make sure it's all going to work out really well. We provide all the supplies, so you're not going out and spending hundreds of dollars getting, you know, all the supplies for the dog and then finding out that you're a cat person. So we provide all the supplies just to make sure that it's going to be a good fit. And so, you know, we kid test our dogs. If, you know, we have households that have kids in them, we want to make sure that it's going to be a good fit. But, you know, the most important thing is just, you know, being patient, knowing that this dog is going to take time, because it's a lot, you know, getting uprooted from your household, getting uprooted from whatever you knew and getting put into a random house. It's scary. And so we just, patience, you know, that's the biggest thing is patience.
Yeah, well, you know, Jean is certainly enjoying her time to shine here. And there's other dogs that are waiting for adoption at Final
we have
Victory.
about 100 dogs available at any given time, so we have a lot of homes to find.
Well, and you've got some great events coming up, right?
Oh yeah, we have Stuff to Slay coming up on the 2nd, which is going to be a lot of fun. That's over at Tin Roof. And then, so with that, you know, we have Santa, we have hot chocolate, we have lots of fun activities. We have a lot of available dogs there. And then we have, you know, events almost every single month.
Yeah, it
I
looks
love
like
it.
a lot of fun, and of course, perfect for this time of year. Something to consider definitely ahead of Christmas. You know, might want to add a friend to the home, but certainly a lot of things to keep in mind, and we appreciate you sharing those with us.
Of course.
I know.
We appreciate it.
And Shiloh and Storm are going to be so jealous when I get home. They're going to be like, who you been hanging out with?
Isn't
You
that
know,
the truth?
if you can't adopt, you can always foster. We
Yeah.
always
Oh,
need
yeah.
fosters. You know, it can kind of ease into if you're ready to adopt a dog. You try fostering a couple times, make sure
Okay.
that you're ready for it.
That is a great idea too. Jean, you are the sweetest girl.
Yeah.
You are the sweetest girl. Thank you for hanging out. Michael, thank you to you and
Of course.
everything that you guys over at Final
Oh,
Victory
it's
do.
the best job in the world. We're always
I
happy to be
bet.
there.
I bet. Maybe Gene can stick around for the rest of the show. Let's hope. Yeah, we'll be right back with plenty more Primetime after this.
Sweet.